Hi everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Suzy. I'm one of the sisters at St Anne's in Heel Green. I've worked there for over 4 years, almost 2 years as a staff nurse and for over 2 and a bit years as a sister. The reason I became a nurse is actually St Anne's Hospice. In 1996, my nana was diagnosed with ovarian cancer at the age of 81. My mum cared for my nana at home with help of the family. A friend of my mum's worked at the Heel Green site and suggested that we seek support from the hospice, which we did. Nana attended what was daycare, now known as the B&U Centre. She was a really sociable lady and used to love going every week. She loved meeting new people, making crafts, some of which we still have and treasure. She also enjoyed having a lunch with a cheeky gin and tonic on the side. She was always happy to go to the hospice and happy to be admitted as an inpatient when her symptoms became too much, which she did on 3 occasions. During my nana's inpatient stays, I visited most days on my way home from work and witnessed firsthand the care and compassion the staff showed, not just to my nana, but to the whole family. Nana died at Heel Green Hospice in July 1998, following which I took the step to change my career direction and applied to train to become a nurse, which I did in September 1999 and qualified in 2002. My mum became a volunteer at Heel Green and volunteered for over 20 years until a few years ago, just before I started working there, and she handed me the baton. Mum and family continue to support the hospice. They've taken part in midnight walks, the lottery, although my mum hasn't claimed any of the prize money that she's won. And most recently, she's been making blankets for the patients, which are on the beds at Heel Green right now. So throughout the 20 plus years, I've always had a connection to the hospice. Anyone who's had experience of the hospice will know that it's a special place. Yes, it can be sad and that's okay. We are looking after precious loved ones at the end of the day, but there can also be laughter and lots of it. We ask all our patients what's important to them and try to fulfil their wishes within reason. One patient recently wanted to build a wagon. The look on the maintenance lads' faces when we asked if it would be possible was quite hilarious. We obviously had to compromise, and the family brought in an album of the wagons he had built so we could talk to him about them and he could show us and talk to us about them. Prior to the pandemic, we welcomed everyone to the hospice to spend precious moments with their loved ones. We've had pizza nights, karaoke nights, which most of the staff enjoyed a bit too much, taking patients to functions and hosting family parties for the patients themselves or for their relatives, so that our patients aren't missing out on important events. Sadly, the pandemic has, as with everything else, meant that we've had to scale back what we do. That being said, it hasn't stopped us thinking outside the box. We've arranged 2 weddings, which the ward clerk couldn't wait to buy a hat for. The weddings were linked via video call, enabling family and friends to be part of the occasion. Our dining room was transformed in a matter of hours into a wedding venue with flowers arranged by staff and a cake made by the catering team. We've had an 80th tea party for a patient and his wife. He missed her birthday because he was in hospital. We have banners bought by a member of staff, tea and an amazing cake made by our catering team. Christmas last year, one of our staff dressed in an inflatable Santa suit and took gifts to all the patients on the ward. That gave some of the patients a little bit of a surprise when they woke up in the morning. Allowing patients to have a family photograph outside with a grandchild they'd not been able to meet due to COVID restrictions are a few of the things that spring to my mind. Most recently, though, and quite possibly my favourite, we've employed a music therapist. On his first day at Heel Green, we got wind he was in the building. He was quickly hunted down by at least 6 of the staff, doctors, nurses and the rehab team, asking him if he would come onto the inpatient unit and play Elvis to one of our patients. He'd not been in the building more than a couple of hours and we had him set up in the conservatory with his guitar. He had a backing track on the iPad, one of the rehab team and a member of the kitchen staff on backing vocals, and the patient singing, smiling, bopping and shimmying away to her favourite Elvis tunes, something that'll stick in my mind forever. What I'm trying to say is that St Anne's Hospice is a special place with special people in it who go that extra mile. The pandemic may have changed us all and the way that we had to do things, but it will not stop our determination and drive to help our patients achieve their goals and fulfil their wishes. Thank you for listening and hope you all have a wonderful Christmas.